thoughts that Lord Zedd might be the final bad guy, the final person that the Rangers have to go against ever in a Power Ranger season that is kind of based off of a Super Sentai? What are my thoughts on that? Lord Zedd had his day in the sun. We kind of need to have a new hero, but of course, new villain. But I do have to admit, it does make sense to end it off with the one that everyone's notable about. I still have to admit, though, the only way how they defeated Lord Zedd was the sacrificial wave. Unless, they talked to the writers beforehand, and the writers from the original, which they never do it. They never do it. They never go to the people who previously did it. Boom Comics doesn't do it. No one does. And it's like, I wish you guys actually are cool enough to go to the original writers and talk and like, how did you originally want to end Lord Zedd? What was the original thing before this whole stupid idea of the wedding? But no one does. No one goes over there. No one tells. Maybe, hopefully, there's a Comic-Con actually they talk, Power Morphicon actually they talk about it, being like, oh, so this is how we originally wanted to defeat Lord Zedd. Yeah, and then, oh, well, he had to get married. It's like, yeah, and then they reveal that Master Vile was the villain for the third season. But since, they didn't actually get to defeat Lord Zedd, Master Vile just got rolled into being Rita's father. Anyways, the interesting concept of how they can defeat Lord Zedd would have to be some time traveling, which they did wink and honk at that when it was a rumor, but now not so sure if they actually will do it. But the interesting idea would just be this. If they do use time travel and they just open a portal and they kick Lord Zedd in just as the Zordon sacrificial wave hit, there we go, that's the end. The only question is, does that mean we have two of the same person? It's like, it would have been even awesome, even though, man, Voice of Lord Zedd, man, that guy, rest in peace, dude. But it would be cool that they actually allow him to be the new version of Lord Zedd turned human, or purified by Zordon. That would have been cool, but he's passed away. May he rest in peace. But I have to say this interesting observation. What if this time around, when Lord Zedd get hit by the sacrificial wave, he turns into dust? Because it turns out that, but the love that Rita Repulsa had for Lord Zedd made them both human. So that, if that actually how it works and plays off, if they play it like that, then I will finally honor their damn ass marriage. But, of course, they're not going to do that, right? They're not that smart. Sorry, but Cat Lady Algin is not that smart. I'm sorry to be a jerk, but they're not that smart. If they were that smart, there would have been much more freaking things that happened. If they were that smart, they would actually even have a Kamen Rider series being made right freaking now. Or last year it would have been made. I think it might be last year. It's like, yeah, because they have everything built up to make a Kamen Rider series because they winked at it, and it was an accidental wink. You dumbass. It's like, I hate that, and I'm still going to promote it until it truly is the end. Yeah, it doesn't help that it got a DVD release and a comics. It doesn't help. Thanks, guys. It's like, yeah, thanks, guys. The DVD release of the Japanese version, and they have comics. Yeah, thanks, guys. Trying to freaking get this done here. Trying to make people notice it. So we can baby rally together and freaking be like, hey, make this Kamen Rider series. You have all the stepping stones. But of course, they kind of want to break from that. So why would they do Kamen Rider when they want to break from doing Super Sentai stuff? That doesn't really make sense at all, does it? And it's like, yeah, that sucks, doesn't it? But still, though, when it comes to Lord Zedd, if he's the final villain, because I noticed what Dawson wrote in his finale thingy, whatever, is that Lord Zedd is still there. Yeah, it's not the whole thing of Lord Zedd being destroyed or something. It's like a picture of Lord Zedd, and like if he wasn't destroyed then he could be pushed on to the next season. If he was defeated, then holy frick, how did you defeat him? Because no one could ever defeat him. No one. They never actually got a chance. Because of the whole thing of he had his entourage. It's like, yeah, you never had Lord Zedd all alone. Yeah, because you had Babu Squat and you had Goldar. Eventually he got Rita Repulsa and he got Rita Raposo and Master Vile too. So it's like, and don't forget about Finster. So he had many people on his entourage. You couldn't really actually get him alone. Yeah, heck, even people can actually defeat Goldar, man. There's no one actually defeated Goldar ever. He was never defeated. Yeah, he never got a fight where he was being defeated, and because he's a powerhouse and no one ever actually defeated him. It's kind of sad, really. It's like, yeah, no one actually defeated him. But still, though, if they do go with Lord Zedd as the final villain in the series, which, it could just be kind of like what happened in Ghost Sagers, where it's like he's just part of it, and then they have another villain lined up behind him. We'll just have to see. It'll be funny as hell where it's like, and it's revealed that Rita Repulsa also got revived. But it's like, I don't think he remembers anything. I don't think he remembers that he has a wife. I think he got him like before the messed up crap of people writing in saying, oh, my daughter's having a nightmare. Oh, my son's having a nightmare. He's too scary. He's too terrifying. Yeah, that's the Lord Zedd we still want. We want that Lord Zedd. And I think this time around, if anyone's actually saying anything, which sadly, Lord Zedd's not being done justice. Let's admit, Lord Zedd is not getting the justice that he needs. If he actually was doing justice on him, we would see if they are intimidated by him more. It's kind of funny that Lord Zedd's been around for like decades upon decades. And when he was on Netflix, when Power Rangers was on Netflix and etc., I don't see anyone complaining now that Lord Zedd is freaking scary and they're having nightmares. It's like, yeah, so that means that we were weak back then. Well, they were weak back then. I wasn't. If Lord Zedd came at me and I was a kid, I would just be punching his kneecaps. I wouldn't be afraid. Lord Zedd would kill me, but at least I will be a fighter instead of these other bastards who are, no offense, but they'll be cowering over there in the corner. They'll be running away. They'll allow freaking people get hurt. They'll allow people to actually get blasted by his freaking scepter. Me? No. As a kid, no, I would have not. Even as a kid, I would have not let him do that. Even if I would die, at least I would have done something instead of just allowing people to get blasted by him and everyone kneeling down and everyone running away scared. I would try to be the good defense until the Rangers came. Wow, no offense, but the ones who actually rode in, they would be scared. They would have ran away. Maybe the parents would protect them, but well, the sad thing is that the parents would have got blasted too. Me, I know my mom would have tried to actually make sure that I wouldn't do anything, but I have to do something.